Merry Christmas, as Britain and European Union finally reached agreement on Brexit right at the Christmas Eve. Early gifts as animals in Berlin Zoo got their Christmas treats. And Stonehenge solved as scientists solve the mystery of where it comes from. This is Evening News on 28th of December 2020. Good evening. Earlier last week, Great Britain and the European Union finally reached an agreement on the trade deal on Thursday, with Britain due to lead the single market at the end of the month. The Prime Minister of Britain, Boris Johnson, the face of pro-Brexit campaign, urges Britain to move on from the division resulted by 2016 referendum, Reuters reports.
We've taken back control of our laws and our destiny.
Some are calling it Merry Brexmas, as the UK and EU finally struck a Brexit trade agreement on Thursday. Talks on a deal went down to the wire, with the UK due to leave the single market and customs union at the end of the month. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson, the face of the pro-Brexit campaign, urged Britain to move on from the divisions caused by the 2016 referendum.
This afternoon, that we have completed the biggest trade deal yet, a deal that will protect jobs across this country, a deal that will allow goods, UK goods and components to be sold without tariffs and without quotas in the EU market.
European Commission Chief Ursula von der Leyen described the milestone as bittersweet.
At the end of a successful negotiations journey, I normally feel joy. But today, I only feel quite satisfaction and, frankly speaking, relief. I know this is a difficult day for some, and to our friends in the United Kingdom, I want to say, parting is such sweet sorrow.
Without the collective might of the EU, the UK will stand largely alone and much more reliant on the US when negotiating with China, Russia, and India. It will have more autonomy but be poorer, at least in the short term. Many aspects of Britain's future relationship with the EU remain to be hammered out, possibly over years. The deal will avert the prospect of both sides imposing widespread import taxes come January 1st. The deal also covers issues such as security, transport, and energy. But even with a deal, businesses will face new red tape and new costs. Most economists, however, say the alternative of a no-deal exit looked much worse.
The animals in Berlin Zoo got their Christmas treats as the 25th of December reached. The management at Berlin Zoo gave the animals a special gift, treats of their favorite. Lions got the finest beef, bears got leaf, weirdly, and camels got haze. Scientists finally solved the century-old puzzle of where Stonehenge coming from. And it's all because of a fragment of Stonehenge that its visitor take as a souvenir that have been sitting on the United States for decades. Creators reports.
They've puzzled the world for centuries, but scientists have finally solved the mystery of the place of origin of many of the megaliths that make up Stonehenge. And it's all because of a fragment of Stonehenge taken as a souvenir that had been sitting in the United States for decades. Stonehenge sits in Wiltshire, England, and new geochemical testing indicates that 50 of Stonehenge's 52 pale grey sandstone megaliths, known as sarsens, share a common origin about 15 miles away at a site called Westwoods on the edge of Wiltshire's Marlborough Downs. Timothy Darville is a professor of archaeology at Bournemouth University.
The science behind it is fairly straightforward in one sense, because what we're doing is a simple case of fingerprinting. We're taking some stones at Stonehenge themselves and we're working out the geochemistry of them. For that we measure all the little trace elements which are in the stone. Now, sarsen's a really difficult stone to work with because it's 99% silica, and silica is a pretty ubiquitous mineral.
The American connection ion is over a sarsen core sample extracted during conservation work in the late 1950s, when metal rods were inserted to stabilise a cracked megalith, which now has provided crucial information. It was given as a souvenir back then to a man named Robert Phillips, who worked for the company involved in the conservation work and was on site during drilling. Phillips took it with him with permission when he emigrated to the United States in 1977. Phillips decided to return it to Britain for research in 2018. He died this year. Stonehenge is one of the UK's most recognised landmarks, but their exact purpose still remains unknown to scientists.
This has been Evening News from Ame. This program is a test program to see how everything works. This will be applied on Ame AM or possibly another evening news program. Thank you for joining me tonight and have a good evening. Goodbye.